Welcome back. Another geometry video. Now this one is very difficult to do because getting the right software to get it out there for you to see is really challenging, but I've got one that I've been using for some years now. We're going to give that a go. Today we're going to do some bisecting. We're going to bisect angles, we're going to bisect lines, and we're going to bisect between 2 points. But let's establish what all of this means. The word bisect means to cut in half, not just cut in two. I can cut two lines in two like that, or I can cut them in half like that. So bisect means to cut in half. If we have a line that we need to cut in half, I'm going to now show you how to do that. We can also cut angles in half. The next word that I'll be using today is a word perpendicular. Now perpendicular means right angle. So you can see that we have a right angle there, and that's what perpendicular means. Anyway, without any further ado, let's go bisect some stuff. Okay, so you join me now on this app I've been using for some time now, and in this app I'm going to show you how to bisect. Now for this you are going to need a pair of compasses, you're going to need a protractor just to check some stuff, and you're going to need a pencil, so make sure you have that to hand. Let's jump in. So first of all then, how do we bisect a line? And what we're going to do, I'm going to get my compasses out. So you're going to see a virtual compass on the screen now, or compasses. So what you want to do is get the bottom of your compasses to one end of the line like so. Try and get it as precise as you possibly can get it. And then you open the compasses until you know you've passed the halfway point. No one needs to tell you that's past half, sorry. So once you pass the halfway point, you're going to scribe a lovely arc there. Make sure the compasses don't change, and then you go to the top and then you can scribe an arc there. Now some people like to see a full arc all the way around. If you want, you can do that as well, not a problem at all. Now make sure the compasses don't change its size now. We're going to go to the other end of the line, and once we go to the other end, make sure you get that perfectly on there. Make sure you're holding the top of the compasses with 2 fingers like that, and just literally gently guiding it through the points. So I can just do an arc here now to cut that one, and an arc there to cut that one. And then once we do that, we are going to draw a line straight through those points. Now make sure that your ruler, you take your time and you measure a lot, okay? Make sure that the ruler is bang on. Check that the pencil is going to pass through that point and that point before you draw, and then you just draw there. Now that is finished. Now the blue lines, the blue arcs, they really need to be light. Try to not make them too dark. So don't press so hard on the compasses, otherwise you'll end up making the pencil move, and then this will be inaccurate. Now what I've done here is not just bisect the line, but that bisector is called a perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular means it's 90 degrees. Let's check. So for that, I'm going to get my protractor out, and I'm going to try and get it bang on there. Make sure that is spot on that line, and it's a perfect 90-degree angle, and that's how I know it's perpendicular. How do I know it's a bisector? Well, bisect means cut in half, right? So if it's been cut in half, then it should be bang in the middle. So I reckon that's about 8.4. So this should be on 4.2, and it's bang on 4.2 in the middle. So that is a perpendicular bisector. All right, fantastic. Now let's go on to a different problem. Let's bisect an angle. Now to bisect an angle, you can see we've got 2 lines going there, and they meet at point A. Now where they meet at point A, you have an angle there. Now once we do that, we're going to, let me just pull that in a little bit more, and what I really want is an arc going across there. Why? Because I need to make the angle, and that arc represents where my angle is. It represents the beginning point of my angle and the end point of my angle. Now I'm going to bisect that angle. So now I'm going to take my compasses, let's just open it out a little bit more, and you really want it where the arc and the line meet each other. That's where you want it. And then now we're going to scribe an arc there. We don't know how big it should be, but we're just going to scribe it because I know the line is going to go bang in the middle of that. Make sure the compasses does not change size. Be gentle with it and bring it down to where the end of the angle and the line meet each other. And again, scribe another arc there. Once you get that arc, grab your ruler, and what you need to do is go to the end where the two lines meet each other and make sure that you check that the pencil is going to go through that accurately before you do anything else. And then you draw the line and boom, that's it. That angle has been bisected, which means it's been cut in half. Final demonstration today now is how do you bisect between 2 points. So imagine you have a couple of, I don't know, say lighthouses in a sea, and you need a ship to pass directly between the 2 lighthouses. They need to be equidistant from the ship, or the ship needs to be equidistant from them. That word equidistant means it's the same distance from each other. So wherever the ship is in the middle, it's the same distance to the first lighthouse, same distance to the second lighthouse. It cannot be different. And how do you do that? Again, we are going to bisect between those two. Grab your compasses for this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to A, and we're going to do the same thing we did before. Let's just have a little swing to make sure we know where that goes. This time I'm not going to do the full swing because I don't really have to. So we're going to go like that. Make sure the compasses does not change, okay? And now I need to just put my compasses now on B, like so. Get that precise on there. And then arc. And then go over to the next side and then do another arc. And where those 2 arcs cross each other, that's where I'm going to stick my ruler to make sure I get the path that the ship will have to take. So let's get that up there. Now I want to check to make sure that that is bang on, and it is bang on. Now wherever the ship is on that black line, it is always the same distance from A and from B. So it doesn't matter where it is. And so ends today's video on bisecting lines and angles. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe below and hit that notification bell so you don't miss another upload. But for now though, until I see you on the next one, peace.